it'll be a cool night outside of that game,
Oh
too.
my goodness, yeah. Temperatures are going to really fall quickly into the 60s. I mean, we're only like 2 degrees above 69 right now. We're at 71. So temperatures don't have far to drop to get there. It will be a little cooler tonight after a high of 71. We haven't seen highs really in the 70s much at all this month. In fact, to the last time we saw temperatures even close to being this cool, July 11th, we topped out at 73 degrees. So it's been a little while. 71 right now. Our high today, 72. And that is about 10 degrees below normal for us. Not very often we've gotten to talk about being below normal around here this summer. Temperature-wise, up and down I-5, mid-70s, back towards Corvallis and Albany. For coastal areas, temperatures in the 60s, and then back through the Gorge and out towards the Dalles, temperatures there only in the 70s and even in the upper 70s across Central Oregon, too. Your weekend, or your evening planner, I should say, for tonight will be in the low 70s through about 7 p.m. And then we get to 10 o'clock and temperatures are in the 60s. So we're going to be looking at lows tonight, eventually down into the upper 50s. Some spots may even try to slip into the mid 50s, but most of us in the upper 50s tonight. You can see the cloud cover that's just really pushed into much of the valley, banked up against the Cascades. And then we also have this disturbance that's overhead and enough moisture down across south central and even back into eastern parts of Oregon, getting some thunderstorm action going there. Those will all settle down once the sun sets, and then we'll just be left with the cloud cover left over in that area. But for us here in the valley, this cloud cover really is not going to go anywhere, and we're going to be waking up to the clouds again tomorrow morning, and it's going to mean a slow warm up again tomorrow. So hour by hour, tomorrow morning we wake up to 7 a.m. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s. We'll be in the low to mid 60s back out towards Hood River and the Dalles. Upper 50s for the coast, and we'll be watching for a few sprinkles there. There's a slight chance we may see a sprinkle or two in Portland tomorrow too, but I still think that most of us will be dry. We go into the lunch hour and we start to thin those clouds out. It'll be a little bit easier to thin those clouds out tomorrow afternoon compared to today, but there's still going to be the possibility for them to roll back in later in the afternoon. So we're going to keep the weather kind of unsettled, upper 70s, a sprinkle perhaps, but that's going to be about the extent of it. And then we go into your Friday, and we're looking at temperatures starting off in the low 60s, a little bit milder for you there. And then going into the afternoon, we're looking at highs starting to approach 80 degrees again. So tomorrow, slightly warmer than today, but we will be looking at temperatures much warmer going into your Friday, and then especially next week. Wait till you see the 7 days. So the coast tomorrow, upper 60s, I-5, we're looking at highs approaching 80 tomorrow, 70s for most of the metro area. Central and eastern Oregon, we're in the low 80s tomorrow, and then for the Cascades, we'll see a little more sunshine back towards Hood River. Temperatures there in the low 80s too, so we'll bring it up just a little bit tomorrow. Here's that 7-day forecast, upper 70s tomorrow, 80 Friday, and then this weekend we cool things back down again. Check that out, 70s Saturday and Sunday. Just a slight chance for a shower, no big time rain chances, and then the heat starts to build back in. So hard to believe that we're talking about this really, really hot weather sticking around through fall, or hotter than normal weather sticking around through fall and winter. But guess what? El Nino has actually started to strengthen. In fact, it's looking more and more likely because those temperatures out over the equatorial Pacific have warmed up so much just within the last month that this could be the strongest El Nino that we have seen since 1997, 1998, and that puts that storm track, it splits it off, and so a lot of the action will be missing us to the south as we go through next fall and winter, keeping us drier and warmer than normal for much of the year. I'll have a full breakdown specifically what you can expect in the Pacific Northwest coming up in about 10 minutes
So that
or so.
would be 2 years in a row of really maybe
That's
dry
the thing.
weather.
So we're coming off of this really rough year, and then we've been talking about the blob. The blob has already kept us pretty warm, pretty dry so far this year. And now we're going into this really strong El Nino, strongest perhaps in 20 years.
But then tell us what happened the last time we saw this, the following year.
Yeah, last time, and that's what happens because the pendulum swings so far in one direction that it has this, yeah, it comes right back. And so last time we had this, we did a complete reversal. We had much colder than normal temperatures, and we actually got a lot more snow going to help that snowpack out. So if it is going to be another bad winter, at least there's that possibility that we could do a 180 the following winter. But right now, it just looks like it doesn't look like we're going to get any relief. In fact, it looks like it's just going to get worse.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.